So today we're going to do a feature release for Masa Plus, and that new feature is credit card processing online. So it is a processing addition to of a feature for in-app purchases that may now be paid for with a credit card. So any purchase, any order rang up for anything in the Aldelo Express Masa Plus app can now be paid for with a credit card, whether it be dine in, to go, curbside delivery, whatever. The customer can now enter those credit cards and have the processing. We do process through TSYS. That is the processor we've worked with to complete this. Existing First Data customers that are already in the field who want to use the Masa Plus app and process online orders with credit card will simply have a second mid with TSYS. So yes, they will have two processing statements, two statement fees, and other associated fees, but we still will be less than what is being charged by other online ordering companies. So all orders placed through the app can be paid through the app. And I want to make that distinction that one of the questions I asked was, can you have an order placed by a server that is then recalled by the customer and paid with the app? And that answer is not yet. And if you know how I speak and you can read between my lines, then you know that that is something we want to do and are looking at doing. Gift cards can also be refurbished and or reloaded, reloaded through the app and paid for with credit card. We have what's called a digital wallet, and that allows the user to get their credit card, or I'm sorry, their gift card balances on the app. All they have to do is open up the Masa Plus, log in to their account, and they can see what their gift card balances are. The digital wallet also allows for a PIN protected credit card and gift card purchases. So once you've logged into your account, that then gives you the authority to make purchases from prior cards that you've entered into the system. But you are protected through tokenization and PIN access. No fees, and we mean no fees. There's no online ordering fee. There's no monthly fee. There's no hosting fees. And the no monthly fee, that kind of competes against, we have some competitors that will tout that they don't have any per transaction fees, but they do have a monthly fee. We don't even have a monthly fee, no hosting fee, no per transaction fee, and no percentage of transaction fee. So we're not charging any upcharges whatsoever for this. This is totally included with the Aldelo Pay platform. So no fees whatsoever. Something that may be a little unique about this is that it can be used with other online ordering apps. To turn Masa on does not require that you turn off other online ordering companies that are already in place. Those can be used as well. And then the credit card rates for online purchases can be different from in-store purchases. They don't have to be the same. We look at these programs of Aldelo Express and all its modules, along with the Masa Plus. Those are included with Aldelo Pay processing, but they all have value. And the concept that we're trying to get across to the referral partners is that you can charge for the value of these applications. The rate, the credit card rate, does not have to be the cheapest in town or the lowest in town, because you do have something of value. In this case, you have a online ordering system that does not cost hundreds of dollars a month. There is nothing wrong with you charging 1 or 2 cents more per transaction. Look at what you can justify to the customer, and then see what you can get. You don't have to be the cheapest in town in order to use this system. The MSRP for Aldelo Express is $795 per terminal. And then you have the other modules that can be charged as well. So look at that and understand that we have a system that does have a lot of value that you should be getting paid for. All right, now we're open to questions.
Nothing in the chat just yet.
Nothing yet, but I think we've hit them with something they may not have been expecting. Let's let them chew on it for a minute.
Number?
Nope, you're going to use Aldelo Pay, and that's no authorized.net or any other third-party processing software. It's all through Aldelo Pay.
So that's a huge value to you guys because you don't have to pay for the extra, authorized.net's anywhere between about $40 and $60 additional to the merchant usually per month. So this is a huge savings here again, on top of not paying for the hosting fees or anything else. There is no third-party fees. You're not paying anything to another company to host anything or to process anything or to regulate your payments. It's all integrated to this one thing.
Jeff, we have a question about the setup steps.
Yeah. So the setup's actually really easy. To set up the Mesa online, if you've never done this, I really encourage you to take a look and actually do this. It's really simple. You cannot do this on dealer accounts or demo accounts. It's only available for subscribers or for free accounts. But literally your customers go into the back office cloud, go to the app market, and there you'll see all the possible integrations, including our own integrations. You'll find the Mesa online happens to be one of the most popular ones, so it's there in the first spot, I believe. You can literally click on Connect. It takes about 30 seconds, a little bit less depending on what you have. If you got more pictures, it might take a little more, but it's about 30 seconds. It will instantly build your website for you, including upload all of your pictures that you have for your items, your item names, the prices, your routing, all your modifiers. All of this is done instantly for you. And you'll notice on the toolbar on the left-hand side, there'll be a new little spot there that says Mesa Online. You can literally go over to that spot now and make more precise configurations, but it's actually up and ready to go as far as your website is concerned. As far as your merchant account, those new merchants that will be boarding here in about 2 weeks, we will automatically set up your Mesa accounts for you. So when you push that button, they will be nothing extra you need to do. It will automatically have all of your information set up right from the start. So there literally is no additional setup steps beyond them wanting to make some personal configurations to it. For customers that are existing customers that would like to migrate over, we will set them up with a merchant account, which will take 3 or 4 days for that to be provisioned. Please forgive us for that time frame that it takes. That is simply what it takes for TSYS to provision these new types of encrypted accounts. And we will insert that merchant ID information for you, and it's ready to go. There's really no setup from the customer side. It needs to be done. And somebody's asking, do they need a second MID for Aldelo Pay? Yes. So this is going to be its own standalone, not a MID, but a TID, terminal ID.
Oh, well,
we're just adding terminal IDs to your existing accounts if you're on TSYS already. It's the exact same funding going through the exact same accounts. So there's no changes there if they're already on TSYS with Aldelo Pay. So if your customer is currently on First Data with Aldelo Pay, they may need to set up a TSYS account with us, and we're happy to do that with them. Yep. And somebody did ask on here, can we do tips through the website? Absolutely. In fact, when you go into pay your information, it's going to ask you right up front, would they like to do a tip based on your tip percentages? I think Jerry's going to be kind enough to show us that real fast. But you can really go in and go, yes, I'd like to give a 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever their tip suggestion is. will show up on there, as well as they have the ability to make a custom tip. So they can definitely leave tips through the system.
I have logged in as my account. So I'm going to choose to work on the Happy Grill. I'm telling you now, we are working off our development server that is not a true server. So we are doing things that are not on our normal Amazon Web Services. This is basically someone's PC on their desk. So it will be a little slower than what you would see in reality. Just bear that in mind. This Happy Grill says I am 2,393 miles away. So I'm not eligible for a delivery. I'm only eligible for pickup. So we will do a pickup order and they'll make me drive all the way out there to get it.
We welcome you to California, Jerry.
Thank you, sir. So I'm going to now pick an item and I'm going to go to add to cart, subtotal. Now it's showing me my balance due. I'm hitting next. I'm picking my delivery time. It defaults to today ASAP, but I can choose a date and time. This allows someone from working from an office or something, they can order their to-go meal for their 5:30 when they go home. They can do that at any time during the day. So that's what this is for. In this case, you have pay at the store. You have Mesa gift, which this is from the digital wallet. We do have the gift card here. It is multiple store. And then credit card. This is the new button. I'm going to choose then my tip. This is what Jeff was explaining. Here's the 15, 20, 25. Custom tip or no tip. Just pick the one you want. And at this point, I'm going to go into the digital wallet. Now, this is a card that one of our practice cards that Jeff is kind enough to share with us. So I can just click this and charge a new card. Initially, when you're setting up a new card, you would click here. Then I'm on my Mac, so I'm going to click here and you'll see these are all my cards that are in my Apple Wallet. I can simply pick the card, use the fingerprint ID on my Mac, and it will then add all the card information for that card. So you can have multiple cards in your wallet. I'm going to go ahead and use Jeff's card and hit pay. And now that process is through the system through Aldelo Pay. This now shows up on the Aldelo POS, Aldelo Express front of house as an alert that an order has been processed through, it has been paid for, and then the store simply accepts it, and then it processes normally inside the store. Get your printers print, all those things. That's easy. That's all we have to do. Done now.
Already settled.
That's it.
Yeah. There's actually nothing there that they need to do as far as that. When he's saying, they needed to take action, they're going to prep that stuff because it's going to go straight to their KDS or to their printers in their kitchen, and they're going to prep and complete that order. But as far as recalling the order or doing anything there, there's nothing they need to do. It's paid. It's done at this point.
Right.
When they do end of day, the end of day exactly the same as they're doing now. They're going to be able to go into the system and close out their cash trays and everything else. There really isn't any change there for them. And you'll have to forgive me. Douglas was asking, he's got two questions in here. What a really great. Thank you, Douglas, for keying me up here. He's asking about the reporting. Just like your end of day process isn't going to change, your reports and stuff aren't going to change. But you do, if you've never used Mesa, you'll find when you go into the back office of the Aldelo Express, every order you have through your website will show up on your sales summary reports, your sales by area reports, your item sales reports, as if they were made in the store. There's no difference for those types of things. If you're looking to see, can you get reports of exactly what went through your Mesa online portal? Well, the nice part is you can, in the bottom left of your screen when you're in the back office, the cloud back office, you can click on Mesa Online, and you'll notice you actually have a report spot right there where it'll tell you about all the daily sales that went through that system for your online portion. And so you can distinguish the difference between your online sales, your in-store sales, your total sales. These are all accounted for, and they do show up on your reports that way. So fantastic. Doug was also asking, what do you do for a refund if the customer cancels? Same thing you do in the store. Nothing changes. If they cancel and they want to do a refund, you can literally refund through the iPad, just like you would do for the cloud. Not anything changing there. You can do a void sale and a void order. You can do a void payment, just like you do from the iPad, as if they made it in store. The experience is exactly the same. So they literally can recall that order, go to the payment screen, swipe left, void the payment off the ticket if they wanted to, and do it that way. They can also go in and do a refund, just like you do refunds for in-store purchases. It's exactly the same. So thank you very much for those. Alliance was asking, can you reprint kitchen tickets? Yep. Just like you do for Aldelo Express, you can reprint them and resend them to the kitchen. Yes, those are exactly the same.
There's another one, pay at the store. Does the transaction show unpaid?
Yes.
So if they're doing pay at the store, very sorry, Jerry, I interrupted you.
I was going to say, yeah, it does. It comes up as a ticket or an order that has not been finalized. So yeah, they are shown that when they can pay at the store via online with their app, or they can do it with the pay at the window with the D190. So they don't have to even get out of the car. If they're doing a pickup, I refer you back to when we had the training on Mesa for pickup. It does create a QR code on their phone that they then allow the restaurant to scan, which then brings that order up, shows it as unpaid, allows them to pay there, that then turns that order into a paid order. So yes, they do have the ability to pay at the store. Jeff, did I miss anything on that?
I think you did a great job.
Okay.
Doug's asking, do the servers have to accept the order? When the order is made online, if you have turned on the pay at the store feature, okay? So keep in mind, you can decide from the Mesa portal that you are going to accept pay in the store, you're going to accept gift, or you're going to accept credit cards. You get that power to turn those on and off, how you want to run your store. You're not locked into it. If they're going to accept pay at the store, they don't have to accept these when they come in. They're going to come into the system. They're going to be there. They're going to have the customer's information so that you know who the customer was, and they're going to print to the kitchen. It's all an automated process. They don't have to accept or do anything. Because to be honest, servers really don't know, is this customer real or not? You don't know until they show up. And at that point, or don't show up. And at that point, you got to deal with that problem. Can customers make notes on items? Yeah. Jerry actually has a great video on this that we've done just a couple of months back, where we show how the Mesa platform itself works, and we're concentrated a lot more on that. But absolutely, if you do allow notes to be on items, you can have them put notes on items. Kelly, did we miss any other questions in there?
There was one that wasn't addressed directly, but I believe you answered it it didn't, forgive me, for BP Tech. For existing, you guys can take care of all. I believe he means, do you guys take care of all of the existing customers? Is that right? For BP Tech?
That's setting up, I think is what he's asking, Jeff.
Yeah, for the setup and stuff, there is no real setup. They literally push a button and the website is created automatically. It's really not anything to go set up. As far as their specific configurations, they may want to go in and decide when they might want to be able to have the website take orders and not take orders. So they may want to set opening and closing times type things. They may want to upcharge for their online orders. They may want to, there's any number of configurations and stuff that they can do there. They may want to do those types of things, but there's nothing else there to do. I see we also got a question, can the tip amounts be removed? Tips are an option. And not only can you set what is your gratuity amounts in the system on the Mesa cloud, but of course you can decide that tips are not something you take through the cloud. So yes, those can be turned on and off.
What are the additional fees with the second TID?
Here again, depends a little bit on is your customer a TSYS customer? There is no additional fees for having an additional TID for this. So if they're a first data customer and they're actually going to need a new MID for TSYS, we do have a great program we're sitting in there where we're just going to charge them the monthly fees for that at $25 plus there's always PCI fees and things like this that will be passed through there. But we're going to match their fees that they're paying for their merchant processing if you would like us to. If you'd like to charge them more, you're welcome to. But we're just going to pass those fees from one side to the other. That way it's really inexpensive. And as Jerry was kind of pointing out earlier, $25 for a merchant processing account is actually really cheap. And online ordering through almost any online ordering company, even if you don't take a single order, it's probably going to cost you at least $100. And then they're going to want on top of that a series of fees and stuff. And if they're an active company using their website, they're probably paying $300 or $400. So $25 is a really great bargain if they have to have a separate TSYS account for this.
I also had a question about showing gift card. I've been ringing up some gift card transactions, and it's just like we did for the credit card. It comes out of the digital wallet, so there's really no change to that, but I did ring them up here. Gilson wants to know if an existing customer wants to use this online ordering, do they just contact us directly and we'll do all the work?
There's also, if an item is 86, does it show?
Yes. It will be just like it is on the point of sale. It's grayed out and it says out of stock.
And then as somebody pointed out, I do thank you actually for bringing this up. We haven't really brought this up. If you're using a lot of other companies, your credit card processing on top of it, you may end up having to also purchase I can't think of what the service is called, but you may end up actually having to rent or purchase their credit card processing service like authorized.net. And that itself is an additional cost too that you don't have here. So that's a big deal.
So Jeff, a question here about do these transactions process as card not present?
They do process as card not present cards. Actually, technically, they're going through as MOTO, mail order, telephone order, with card not present. So I don't know if that really matters to anybody, but that is how they go through. The nice part is we don't upcharge for those. So if we're telling the customer that they're going to pay, 20 cents a transaction, they pay 20 cents a transaction. It doesn't matter if it's MOTO or not, unless you decide you want to change that.
I think that's significant when you start talking about competing with other companies, is that our policy of not upcharging is a significant savings. We also don't do tiered pricing for that very reason.
Yeah.
We're trying to be different, guys. We really, really are trying to be different. And that we're trying to be more transparent and not gouge the end user. We really don't want to be known as that company that is making extra money when we don't really have to. And remember, we're giving away software. We've poured millions into the development of this software, and we're including it at no extra charge if they just process with us at fair rates.
Yeah, the idea is that we keep them with you for a long time. And so you're not just making money in the 1 month and then they they get crushed by fees and move on, or close their business, that they're with you for years. So,
Is there anything else you'd like me to show on the point of sale?
So I do apologize. There's somebody here that's asked a question. Can this add to Mesa by paying with credit card? Can the open window to manually enter credit card number at iPad? I'm very sorry. I'm not understanding the question there. And I don't mean to, I want to make sure we answer all questions. I think what you're asking is if they go in and pay with a credit card, and they, if the iPad's not opened, can they call and make an order over the phone? I think there might be two questions there. So one is, if somebody had a problem making an online order, what happens? Well, if the payment doesn't go through, it cancels. So that's pretty easy. If the payment goes through, of course, it's pushed into the cloud and then down to your iPads immediately. So no problems there. And of course, once it's pushed to the iPads, it's pushed to your local printers and your kitchen displays and those types of things. But can they make orders the same day? Might be the second one. Yes, they can make orders for same day delivery or same day pickup. Yeah, absolutely. The pickup suggestion that's there, the default is ASAP, which means as fast as you can make it, it's available. And then somebody's asking, is there an express upgrade? The current version is 1.8.0. And if your customers are not on it, please, it's a free update. Please update them. It's on the App Store, or you can just hit update. I highly recommend people change their iPads to have auto updates. Really keeps them up to date with the latest stuff. I don't mean to sound snide, gentlemen from Alliance. There's always an update for this. Usually every 2 or 3 weeks, we have a new update for the Aldelo Express. And if customers are on a very particularly old version, they wouldn't have the option to have Mesa orders pushed on there. It would have to be a version that's at least a year old for this not to work. So I hope that answers your question, sir.
Is the customer emailed the time frame for delivery or pickup?
So they do get a receipt that is emailed to them, and they do get, as part of that, it does have the delivery or pickup time in the upper corner, yes.
And they do get a text.
And they get a text, absolutely. That's a good point, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, they do get a text so that they're saying their order is ready. I want to stop for a minute, Jeff. Somebody asked earlier about the alerts that come up at the store. So while you were answering some questions, I went in and rang up a Mesa app on my coffee. And if you'll look at the top left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a red 1. You can have it just be visual, which is what this is now, but you can also have it be audible and actually say an order has arrived. You click that or touch that and then touch alerts, and it's asking you to confirm this. I'm going to confirm it. It is prepaid. We're all good. Now, that's really what you have to do, is just confirm it, and you're good to go.
Another question, when will it be available?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So, yeah, so it's going to take a couple of days for us to kind of get everything deployed and tested, making sure it's good. And then do kind of forgive us, like I kind of said, if you're a TSYS customer and we're adding a new TID, that does take TSYS a couple of days. And so we got to go through that process. If you're bringing a brand new customer who is coming to us brand new, well, we'll be adding those automatically. Regardless if they want this feature or not, we'll add those TIDs for them. There's no additional cost for those. And like I said, we'll begin setting those up. We will be boarding our first beta customer here in just probably Monday or Tuesday. and getting them set up. And our wider public release will probably be here about 2 weeks. If you do have customers that want to be part of that beta process, let Kelly know. We're happy to help facilitate that and get them on the system faster than the general public.
There was a question from Douglas. I'm sorry, I'm not really understanding the question. Since this is Apple app only as one part of the question, I'm guessing. And then
Apple is the point of sale. But no, actually stop, Jerry, stop. I got that wrong. This is Mesa Plus. So it's browser based. It's not Apple or Android or anything. It's browser based. So Mesa can work on any browser.
And then does same person does offer different locations? Is that, I'm guessing it means, does it offer different locations?
Yes. You can have it be, well, I have two showing here on our test server. I have the Happy Rail and another one below that. So the Mesa app shows all of the Mesa installed Aldelo Express restaurants that are near this iPad or near the phone, near the app. It has a GPS and it knows all of the different stores from every brand around that location. So it doesn't even have to be the same owner. I hope that makes sense. So if you have 3 different restaurants that all have Aldelo Express with Mesa in the same geography, they don't even have to be owned by the same owner. The app will recognize that and show them here on this list so that the person using this can choose which of the stores they wish to frequent, which one they wish to order from. So Mesa is not just restaurant dependent. It is very independent, in fact.
Okay, and then contactless order options.
That's what this is. This is totally contactless if they wish to be. They can place their order, make their payment with credit card or gift card, and then have the pickup be via their QR code on their phone. So they just scan the QR code when they get there and the food is brought out. So contactless as much as possible.
On delivery, contactless, leave on front porch, text delivery, confirm.
They can have special instructions on the delivery to do just that. They can type it in manually or make it part of their account. Bottom right corner down here, it says me. That's my account. So you can have your different contact information, your address, your special instructions. You can even tell them what kind of truck you have, so they recognize you when you're coming in. You do have a coupon codes. You can have QR codes that are scannable, or you can have presets on the app. And the coupons that are on the app can be different from the coupons that are in the point of sale for the store. So you can have online ordering coupons that are different from the store coupons. Well, how can you educate me a little bit on how they can utilize their existing online in this? They just continue doing what they're doing on the other one. They don't have to change anything. This just adds a new URL that then they can put onto their website or use the QR code. Remember now, we have the QR code that activates this online. That right there. They scan that app. They scan that, and it opens up the app on the browser, on their default browser. That code can be stuck in the window, can be on the floor, can be on the door. It can be even table dependent. So it can be table specific to the table they're sitting at. That's what activates the app. So they can run those simultaneously.
Right now, Mesa payment option, if turn on cash or cards, it goes for every order type, pickup and delivery. Can we make it for delivery, credit cards only, and pick up cash and credit cards?
Jeff, I'm going to defer to you on that one.
So if you hit that you're doing in-store pickup, you really can't go, okay, like it's a global setting. I guess this is the best way to answer it. It's a global setting. You can't do it by type. If that becomes a request we get fairly often, we can come back and revisit that.
So Douglas, we handle coupons really, really well. We can have coupons that are specific just to online and just to Mesa. When you get to this online area, when you order online, you determine by distance if they're delivery or not, pick up, but you can also have dine in and to go here as well. You have all the destinations that you can turn on and off. I want to make sure I go back to Reggie's question about the running both online orders, ordering software, and our software. We actually create a different URL for our Mesa Plus that will then be entered onto their whatever device they're using. If they have a website, it would be entered there as the shopping cart on the website, as well as the QR code that's in the app. I think we have a winner here. I think we have a real winner. And from the questions and comments, I think you guys do too. So it's time to go sell it. You have probably 2 weeks before we are fully ready to board. It gives you 2 weeks to line them up. Remember now, everyone can have this. Every Aldelo Express customer should have this feature turned on, just in case. They can also still, if they wish to continue with their other online ordering companies, they can. This is just a secondary option that can be used. And because of the browser-based portion, meaning it can work on any browser, any internet device, they should have this. Everyone should have this turned on. Doesn't cost them anything extra if they're new or a TSYS customer or a new customer. Well, thanks, guys. I think it's been well received. You've asked some great questions. We will have some other information coming out on this, and I do have a recording that I've made of this today. It won't contain the question and answer, but it will contain the basics of what we did with the showing you the features, explaining those, and the demo of the software. So we will have that.